Family, friends, potential purchasers, a very, very warm welcome to our auction here at 18A Anderson Avenue, here in the absolute heart of Bentleigh East, ladies and gentlemen. By way of introduction, my name's Simon Quintana. I will be your auctioneer here today. I do have Andrew Chisholm somewhere around. I also have Dimitri Spanos somewhere around. If you need our help, instructions, advice, maybe a sharp elbow in the ribs to get your bidding here today, ladies and gentlemen, we are here in order to help you bid and buy. We are running at a 100% success rate for auctions for 2019. I've had one from one sell. So that gives you a bit of confidence if you're a buyer out there in the marketplace, ladies and gentlemen. The market's strong. You can't argue with a 100% success rate. I'll get the boring stuff out of the way, the terms, the rules under which you'll be bidding here today, and then we'll call for your competitive bidding, ladies and gentlemen. I believe this is a live feed. If you don't want to be on it, just stay where you are. Nobody really wants to watch anything other than the auctioneer and watch the bidding hell happening anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll call for the auction rules, and they are here in order to help you bid and buy, ladies and gentlemen. They simply state that today's auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that were made available before the start of today's auction. The vendors are upstairs. They have a reserve price. As your auctioneer, I'll indicate the bidding upon request. The law does prohibit false bids, major disruptions by bidders, and it does prohibit bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding and does provide fines for this conduct. The rules do, however, permit vendor bids. If I need to make a bid on behalf of the vendors, the words I'll use will be vendor bid, and by law, only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. It is all very straightforward, ladies and gentlemen. The rules have been on display for the last half an hour. We are calling for a 10% deposit upon the signing of this contract in my hand. Settlement terms very flexible, 30, 60 or 90 days, ladies and gentlemen. If we've agreed to anything other than that, we will obviously honour those arrangements. But that is the boring stuff. Now, the reason that you're all here today, ladies and gentlemen, there's a number of you that have been through before, been through 3 or 4 times, requested contracts. You've been through the property. It is an absolute cracking property, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to sound, for those watching online, it's going to sound like a little bit of a repeat. But for those of you in the crowd that have seen Willy Wonka, Charlie has a golden ticket. He finds it in a chocolate bar. For those buyers that are here and approved today, pre-approved by way of finance, you have your golden ticket. You didn't need to find it in a chocolate bar. You probably went to a bank or to a broker and you got your pre-approval in order to buy. That is worth money. In the next 3 to 6 months, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to change. The Royal Commission came out on Tuesday night, all of the findings, and they slammed brokers. But the one thing that came out was that you're going to need to pay your own brokerage fee. If you don't have pre-approval today, it is going to cost you more to get pre-approval in 3 to 6 months' time. And your pre-approval limit will probably not be as high as what it was in 3 to 6 months' time. Let that sink in for a moment. If you're a buyer in today's marketplace, ladies and gentlemen, rest assured there were 4 bidders at my last auction. It will be competitive. People have been waiting. Since December 15th, there have been no properties coming onto the market. There have been no auctions. If you're a buyer in the marketplace at the moment, bid and bid strongly. Because 4 bidders at my first auction in 2019, the signs are the signs, ladies and gentlemen. The property itself, a beautiful Carter Grange build. It's only 4 years old, ladies and gentlemen. All the mod cons you could possibly want. Double glazing throughout, tall ceilings up and down. I love the fact that it's got proper hardwood floorboards throughout the property, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that walk through new townhouses, you'll notice that most of them are engineered floorboards. Nothing wrong with engineered floorboards, but there's nothing like the real deal, the real McCoy. Ladies and gentlemen, East Bentleigh, we are in the absolute heart of the McKinnon school zone. Don't believe everything that you read in the papers or that you hear on the news. The McKinnon Secondary College School Zone is a market within a market. It's why agents, and one of them is here, like to deal only in the McKinnon School Zone. It's because it's a little pocket of the world, ladies and gentlemen, that has its own standard. Water finds its own level in the McKinnon School Zone. So if you're a buyer wanting to lock a property in at today's prices, ladies and gentlemen, don't be the buyer that looks back with regret. I strongly, strongly urge that you buy now. Because interest rates may come down. The Reserve Bank of Australia may drop the interest rates. If they drop the interest rates, that typically does one thing to property prices locally. If you're an investor looking for this property, ladies and gentlemen, my vendors had this property rented out for 4 years for $920 per week. It's a lot of rental. So if you're a buyer looking for a rental, ladies and gentlemen, and I might add that when they first signed that lease 4 years ago, they haven't increased the rent because they had bloody good tenants. So if you are somebody looking to buy a property, ladies and gentlemen, either for investment or yourself, 324 square metres, a beautiful Carter Grange build. These are the best vehicles for wealth creation. If you haven't come here to see me, ladies and gentlemen, I sincerely wish the 3 or 4 of you that are here to bid, ladies and gentlemen, a very, 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 very good luck here today. Who'd like to start me? A fair and reasonable start for number 18A Anderson Avenue here in the absolute heart of Bentleigh East, ladies and gentlemen. I don't mind where we start. Kick it off where you like. I won't point out the bidders because I don't want to embarrass you. But for those of you playing along, you can normally tell who you are. Hands are in the pocket. You look down at your shoes. Don't make eye contact with the auctioneer. Don't want to talk to me. It's all right. We're friendly. We're here to help. If there's any bids in the hallway, yell them out. Any bids out here, ladies and gentlemen, I don't mind where we start. Suggest a bid at 1, 2, 1, 3, 2 million. Obviously that last one was a joke. Not a very funny one. Tick it off at 1, 2 if you like. At 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Welcome in at 1.2 million. There's your competition, ladies and gentlemen. Need to see a further rise from here at 1.2 million. Cracking first start. Once, $1.2 million. Twice, $1.2 million. Third and final call at $1,200,000. The 3 of you that are here and holding back, ladies and gentlemen, need to see a further rise from here. A little rise of 20 will put you in front. 324 square metres, prime East Bentleigh McKinnon School Zone land. Buy it now. We've seen prolific growth in the last 4 years, ladies and gentlemen, up to 50% growth in some markets across Melbourne. We've heard frustration from buyers saying, you know what, we didn't want to buy while the market was hot. For those of you that are hesitating now, I'd hate for you to look back with regret in 12 months' time and think, you know what, we should have bought 18A Anderson because I don't have another one like it. Competing properties, ladies and gentlemen, for the same sort of money are some 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old. They don't have double glazing, they don't have the tall ceilings, they don't have refrigerative cooling. Here we are at 1.2 million. I'll call it 3 times, can't be any fairer than that. Bids over here, 122. Welcome in, sir, at 1.22. 2 of you in it now. Straight back in at 124. No need to hesitate. Not breaking any new ground at 122, 124. I've got it. 124. Straight back at 126. Can't have one bid and then not bid again. You can. We just don't recommend it at 1.24 million. 2 of you in it, ladies and gentlemen. There's your competition. Need to see a further rise from here at 1.24. At 124, I've got it over here. 2 of you still holding back. Once. 124. Need to know. In or out. Twice. 124. In or out. 126, welcome in at 1.26, there you go, 3 of you in it, at 1.26 million, it's against you both now. 128, I'll tell you what happens, if you go 128, there you go, 128, 13, enough room for all of the kids, 4 years old, go 13.
They already picked their rooms.
They did already pick their rooms, that's dangerous. Go 1.28, fairly good enough over here, go 13. Give it your best crack. McKinnon Secondary College Zone. Think about what a private school costs. A little 20 is only 1 year of education at a private school. Go 13. Makes sense. 13, there you go, 1.3 million. 132 if you want it. At 1.3 million over here. Once, need to know. Twice, need to know. Then final call. 132. It's got a nice ring to it. 132, there you go, 1.32. 134, what do we say? You're not sure, just bid. I'll tell you what happens, I'll make you a little deal. If you go 1.34 and then they go 136, you haven't spent any money. That's my line. It is your line. You're not calling the auction. What do you say? 132 over here, 134? Makes sense. Buy your weekends back. Makes sense. 324 square metres of land, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the heart of the McKinnon Secondary College Zone. 3 bidders has got to give you some confidence. Don't be the buyer that looks back with regret. I had 4 bidders at my last auction, 3 bidders at this auction. It's starting to look like a trend for 2019. 134. Nod of the head. Flicker, there is little one.
10.
I'll go with 10, keep you in at 133, 134 if you want it as well. At 133, 134 if you like. What's 10,000 amongst friends?
What's the bid song?
It's 133 over here. The 1.33 million, 134 puts your nose in front. Nothing to do here. Move straight in. Furniture goes in or get a really good long-standing tenant. Perhaps ask for more than $920 a week. It makes sense. At 1.33 million over here, 3 of you in it. We've lost one buyer, so it's against the 2 of you. That's got to give you some confidence. At 1.33, 134. Go at 10. Go at 10. 5 will entice 5 back. Go 10. I'm glad you're smiling. Little 10. Go 5. I'll work with you. 1.335, 1.335 over here. What do you say?
5.
Not 5? 1.34. Straight back into 1.34. Give you a moment to think about it at 1.34 million. Need to make a phone call. Craig, you have a bit of a chat. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to break really briefly. We're going to go upstairs, have a quick chat. Please hold on for 2 minutes. Appreciate your patience, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry to all those watching at home. Hey, how are you? Good. You can help me if you like. I'm just going to go tell them to go 1.35. Can I tempt you back in for another 10? 10, 1.35 million. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you're waiting to hear those magic words, we are on the market. We are selling you today. No better bid. We sell to the gentleman to my right at 1.35 million. Once! Buy it or you miss it. You're playing for keeps. You walk away with the brochure or you walk away with the keys. Go and have a bit of a chat there, Craig. 1.35 million. Twice. We sell no better bid. Third and final call. All silent. Finished and done at 135. Last roll the dice. Give you your best crack. I'll tell you what happens. You drive away. You know you've given it your best possible chance. And if you bid again, they don't bid again, you bought yourself a house.
He's going to give you 2.
2. Work with you at 2. 1.352. Go 1.355. It's 1.35 to over here. You got to stretch and fight for good quality real estate. Everybody has to. Talk to the boss. Talk to the boss. Call the wife, talk to the boss. Give you a moment to think about it. 1,352,000. Bids with you, ladies and gentlemen. For any selling needs in 2019, talk to Buxton Real Estate at 1,352,000. Once, 1,352,000. Twice, 1,355. Straight back into 1,355. There you have it. There's your competition. 1,355 over here. I'll let you chat, Craig.
It's a very humorous track.
There's still one person in the crowd holding back at 1,355,000. Perhaps a late run at it. At 1,355,000. Saying no. You just gave yourself away. I didn't even have to do anything there, Eugene. At 1,355, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Call it 3 more times. Last opportunity, I'll take a 1 if it
The
helps.
best I can give you is 1. That's
1. I'll take a 1. It's all money for the vendors at 1,356. Same opportunity. 1. 1,357. 1,357. $1,000. I'll even take a little half. 1,357 over here, a $500 bid. You go out for a nice dinner at 1, push it up. 1,357 over here, little half. $500 bid.
Let's do it.
1,357 and a half.
500.
I'll tell you what I would do if it was me. This is what I would do. It's a 1,357 and a half. Go 60. Put some distance between yourself. I'll tell you what happens if you ever watch the fights. It's those little jabs, jabs, jabs. They don't do anything. It's the big knockout punches. You got to give one of those. Go 136. It's good advice. It's good advice. If you watch shows like The Block, they don't bids in 500s. They bids in 5s and 10s and 15s. Go 136. It's 1,357 and a half. Go 136. Have a moment to think about it. It's a big decision, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the 2019 real estate market unfold here today. At 1,357 and a half, go 136. 1,358. There you go, 1,358. Go 136. It's 1,358. You should go 1,360. Because it's much easier to work out the deposit. Go 1,360. Go 1,360. Never finished on a round number.
136.
136, great bid there at 136. You sure? Everybody's got a limit. And you can't say you're out, you just give it in your secret. At 1,360,000, I'll give you a moment to think about it. If you go a little half meters and bid again, you bought yourself a house. Make a call at 1,360,000. At 1.36 million over here. Imagine going home to your wife and you say, I didn't get it. Oh, okay. Jeez, I wouldn't want to do that if I went home. Happy wife, happy life. Getting in the car next Saturday, having to drive around tomorrow, open for inspections, buy your weekends back. At 136, it's over here. Last opportunity. Once, 1,360. We sell no better bid. She just said go to 1.4. I heard it. Twice. 1,360. Third and final call. What's the verdict? Do you want me to talk to her? What would you like to do?
He's on hold with the TAB, mate.
You done? Sure? Absolutely 100% categorically finished. You sure? Appreciate that. 1,360,000. 3 more times. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare to welcome your new owners. Once, 1,360. Twice, 1,360. Are you absolutely sure? Really? Third and final call. Selling. Selling. Sold. Congratulations. Welcome to Anderson Ave. Well bid. Well bought. Commiserations to our underbidder. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attendance and have a fantastic weekend.
I'm sorry.
I will find you something else, I promise you, right? Thank you very much.
I know you guys really like it, so we'll find you another one, right? I'll give you a call Monday or Tuesday, won't you?